Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of PRO632 Radio. Today we have the women of PRO632 Radio. We got Nicole Liberty and Pdra Jarvis. Hey, thank you for joining us today. Well, let's just get to it. Nicole, hey, give us a rundown about you and your racing.
Sure. So, Nicole, I just started Pdra 632. I've been racing 632 for, probably 8 or 9 years now. I came out of juniors, went into an open comp and bracket and up to 632, but I just started with Pdra last year. It's been a ton of fun and learned so much just switching over because the competition is so much stiffer than anywhere else I've been. We slowly have progressed to we do everything in-house with our own car. So we obviously manufacture our own transmission, but we also put together our own motors, my dad and myself. My uncle Vince has been a huge part of it. He taught me pretty much everything that I know about it, but he's taught me to the point that I can put my motors together in my own shop. And so it's pretty much me and my parents and just out having fun, enjoying it while we can.
Now, do you don't do your own machining on your motor?
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
You don't do your own machining on your motors, do you?
Not totally. We don't do our own hone, but I'll clearance my block or if I need to replace sleeves and all of that. But no, we do send the blocks out to hone or either Musey or Holbrook. Both of them have taken care of us for that.
And there's nobody.
Hey, Jason, hold on. Let's get the introductions first. Come on. Hey, Pdra, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Pdra Jarvis. I got into racing. It's not like I woke up one day and was like, I want to be a race car driver. I was kind of thrown into this when I was invited to go to a school for fun. Tom Jarvis. If I say Topper, I'm referring to Tom Jarvis. That's just his nickname that we gave him. If you want to get into that conversation, we can get into that later. I'll explain why we call him Topper. But so Frank Hawley's school is what was going on at that time. And Tom Jarvis had asked me if I wanted to be a part of a bunch of girls that were going out to see if they could get certified because Frank Hawley wanted to get more women involved in the sport of racing. And on multiple occasions I said, no, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to do that. I wasn't in a good headspace at the time. I was going through a really bad divorce. I was raising 2 children, and I just felt like it would be a selfish thing for me to do if I had left and gone away to go do this school. But anyways, after multiple times of him asking me to go, I just kept saying no. And eventually I talked to my parents about it. I said, this guy's asking me if I want to go out and get certified and have fun with driving a race car. What do you think I should do? They said, you know what, Pdra, just go. Have fun. Do something for yourself for a change. Stop worrying about everything around here and let loose a little. So I said, if Tom Jarvis asks me one more time, then I'll say yes and I'll go. And about a week before the class was going to start, he did. He asked one more time and I said, all right, fine. And I went out. I did very well. I was certified. I wanted to go to get certified in the rail car, which I did. It did very well. And then on that same weekend, since I did so well, they asked if I wanted to get certified in the door car, which I did. So I left with Pro Gas and Pro Comp on the same weekend, which was exciting for me. I had a great time doing that. So that's how I got my start in racing.
Thrown to the wolves. Did you like the classroom part of Frank Hawley's?
Yeah, actually, even before I went, I downloaded all the information that they provide for you online. I was going through, all the procedures because, like I said, I've never done this before. I've only done, growing up around, race cars like Atco Raceway, New Egypt, Englishtown, Wall Stadium, places like that. But I've never known really what goes into racing and what you're supposed to do behind the wheel. So I wanted to make sure that I was really prepared going there. and I took it very seriously. I mean, I was literally sitting, I remember every night laying in bed, going through my head the procedures. What do I do? And, you know, moving my feet and not knowing if I was even doing any of that right. But apparently I did all right. But he was had a lot of information that he provided, his stories that he told stuck with me, things that I still use to this day that he taught me. So yeah, very informational being there.
I'm a graduate of the class also.
Okay.
I took a break in 03 and came back in 23. So I went and took just for a refresher, and I had to re-up my license. So I went, and actually I was fortunate enough that John Foster's daughter sat in with us in the classroom part, because there's just so much taught in the classroom side that you ain't going to get anywhere.
Right.
He did a lot of stuff at Florida State University with body mechanics on clutch pedals and liberty. Nicole, you would love to go there and just talk to that guy, because what he goes through on clutch pedal pressure and what they studied at the college, because he had free use of it, and what they learned. He spent a lot of time with Greg, whatchamacallit. I'm tough on names today. Not just today, every day. Yeah. The Hendricks guy. Oh, the pro stock.
I never.
Are you talking Greg Anderson?
Yeah, he spent a lot of time with Greg Anderson. Thank you. Spent a lot of time with Greg Anderson going over clutch pedal pressure and reaction time and free air and all that stuff. So it was, and he just remotely talks about this stuff through the class. You can actually go, you can go back for a refresher if you wanted to, but you can just go sit in a class. I think it's like $600 just to sit in a class for 2 days, and he teaches you more about you than the car. That whole school is more about you than driving a car. You know, he picked on me. The biggest thing he picked on me about was I wouldn't 2-foot the car, because I'm used to driving truck with a clutch. So my other foot was just hanging out there doing nothing because there's no pedal there for me. So I'm like, okay, you know, and he caught it in the car. He said, like, why do you always do that? I'm like, someone else goes, he drives truck. And I was like, yeah, I do. And at the time, so, but no, it's a good thing to go through. And like I said, I would go back. I'm kind of upset that he sold it to IHRA, because I just don't think it would be the same anymore. You know what I mean? I'm an old guy, so I hate change. I can't stand it. And I look at that, I go, oh man, that's just, I don't know if that's a good move or a bad move, you know, getting rid of, selling that business off. That guy, I think his name is Jimmy's the guy that I had in the door car. And believe it or not, those cars, the door cars are built by Chassis Engineering. Way back when. And they, don't roll your eyes over there. I see that, Tara.
Oh, did I do that?
Yeah, you did. But they drive like a dream car. I mean, you're only going 920, but they drive really nice, you know, for that. But other than that,
you know, Frank, he actually met us out at Bradenton for one-on-one. He met us out there, and you know, being outside of the classroom helped me through some things at that time there was helpful too. So, I mean, I don't know if he still does all of that, but
he's getting old. You know, he's getting up there in years. So go back to Nicole, what I was saying earlier. So you just basically send your blocks to Pat or somebody else to do?
Yeah, we've got so we have one block that we have been working with Pat with. He's been helping. He is friends with Dad, so like, even though we're doing our own motors, he is helpful. Him and my Uncle Vince are also friends, and so but he's got one block that we have him handle, and then that's a whole kind of new thing for us. Mid-season last year we started dealing with, and then our other blocks we send out to. We've got a local guy, Chris Holbrook, runs NHRA. Oh my gosh, the Factory X class. But he's a really good engine builder as well, and I can just drive my blocks over to him and drop. Like, he's 30 minutes from us, and he does a good job.
How far are you from Chicago?
About 6 hours.
That far?
Yeah.
I have a guy in Chicago that's got a brand new machine shop.
Okay.
He does basically he does 2 motors for 1 boat, and that's his job.
Okay.
But he has a couple $1 million facility that his boss built him. He's an engine builder from way back when. Started in Massachusetts, and he went to work for the same boat company I did, and then he went on his own. With my customer Jim hired him, and they do that factory billet racing, which is that offshore boat.
Okay.
And he's actually my tuner on my car. But if Jim allows it, which I think your dad and Jim would get along great. Jim owned Guy Marie. It's Guy Marie. It's a machine shop. 250 5-axis CNC machines.
Wow.
Yeah, that he just sold that whole company out, and then he went to work for the company that bought him out and Mastercraft, and now he's running all them companies.
Okay.
He's big on machining billet. He can. So like the motors in this car, it's got a proprietary block. They 3D printed Inconel water jacketed headers. They did themselves. People that Mike works directly with, he works for he does a lot of stuff with Proline. So I mean, an option for you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's
It's
not
good
that
to know.
far from you. You know what I mean? And when you
Yeah.
ever do come out to a PDRA race, I will introduce you to Mike and your dad, to you guys, and you guys can see if he can work something with you guys to help you out. Very knowledgeable. Very, very knowledgeable.
Hey, Jason.
Yes.
Talking about that, when you're coming out to the PDR race, Nicole, what does your schedule look like for joining the PDRA this season?
So we're right now. It's really hard to say. We are kind of just playing it day by day. We just released a huge product for us at work, and it's had Dad and I at the shop for 14-hour days, really. Just trying to get the design done, and then it's turned into like a domino effect of we already have so it's a 4-speed version of an H pattern transmission. We've already got the 5-speed now, potentially promised to be at PRI this year because of something that came up just last night. So hopefully soon. We're definitely not going to be at the one next week or 2 weeks, whenever it is. We're just playing it day by day. We're hoping to be out there. It's the hard part is we ended last season slower than we would like to compared to like the top guys in the field, and we haven't had a chance to really do any R&D. I think we need to work on the like our non-lockup setup with the Liberty. The options that we have for drive units, I don't think has the fluid manipulation we need. So that's something that we really need to work on developing ourselves, I think, to be more competitive. That, or if you go to like a lockup 5-speed, is a great option. But it just, we're committed to our 3-speed, and it's just the time it takes to go testing, and we're hopefully going to get there to just slower than we wanted to be, slower pace, I guess, than we wanted to be getting to that point.
And Mr. Kyle's taking a backseat this year too, right? He's not racing.
So we did put him in our other car. He'll be out with us whenever we do make it out. We're gonna have him race the Cavalier. I'm gonna race the Firebird. So we have him
in 632.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
So yeah, we will at least have 2 cars coming out with us. It's just when we can get out there. I wish I had an answer for it, but
yeah, it's understandable. Business got to come first.
That's the hard part about the family business. That has to be priority, because if you don't make money there, we don't have the money to go racing. So
yep. No, I'm in the same boat, and
yeah,
sometimes I shouldn't go, and I go anyway just because I need the break.
Exactly. Last year we sacrificed a lot with the shop. We wanted to have this product out last season, and we actually gave up a lot with the shop just to be able to make it. Because PDRA, you're taking a week off because you want to test right before, and then like we've got Steve Summers that comes with us, and he's a crucial part of our team too. And coordinating his schedule with our schedule, it was a lot. Definitely, we committed to it. We kind of knew what we were signing up for, but at the end of the season, we were tired and very behind at work. So yeah, it's a juggling act, definitely.
It is. I mean, no matter what, it's a week for me. I can't. There's no way around it.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you have a long drive. You're probably one of the furthest teams, right?
Yeah. Look at Patrick rolling his eyes. He's like, yeah, we are.
Hey, so
I just looked at going to just for me and Jordan were on the phone today, and he's going to VMP. I said, how long for you? And he's like 16 hours. I'm like, God, how long is it to go out? And I look, I'm like, if I leave right now, it's only 12, which that turns into like 16 anyway.
Right.
I don't even have to stop for fuel. I can make it from here to there, but I stop before I go in, so I don't have to worry about generator fuel.
Yeah.
But and I'm the only one that drives. Jordan has, Pawpaw and himself. So once I start rolling, I'm rolling. I usually leave right after work. So I've already put in 10, 12 hours and I drive. And I'm like, I get there, I'm beat. I'm already tired before the shenanigans begin. Tara's she's almost centrally located over there in Jersey Shore.
Yeah, same thing. I know it's long
she just goes ding, 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 here, there, little dot.
All over. Yeah. And it's
Virginia, I can make that in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So Tara, the same question to you. So we know you went there to the last race, but engine failure or whatever happened, and you wasn't able to qualify. My assumption you're coming to the next one, if possible. What's the schedule look like for you?
So yeah, there was we'll say not total engine. It was nothing crazy, nothing catastrophic. We have a great group of guys, companies that we're working with now. Unlike in the past, we've had our fair share with the eye rolling and all that. But, moving forward, we're working with a new engine builder, Total Engine Concepts. They're out of Riviera Beach, Florida. And we're working with a new chassis company, which is Pinnacle Race Cars. And they're out of Orlando. So they already have the engine. As soon as we left, Mike took the truck with him, sent it out to the guys. They have it. They're working on it. I don't believe that we're going to make Galat, unfortunately. I do believe that we will be ready for it's Virginia after that, correct?
Yes.
I believe so. So, I mean, to be honest, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be until Virginia. I would love to be there. We have been down, like I said, we've had our fair share, but we've been able to get through all of it. And even if we're not racing, sometimes we just show up because we want to be there to support our fellow racers, see how everybody's doing. It's like our extended family being out there. So, regardless if we're racing or not, we do try to, show our face and, let people know that we're still there. There's a we're coming back. We're going to come back strong. I mean, this is a new, everything is brand new. So, we didn't even want to go to the race without testing. We tried 4 times. We went out to Orlando the first time. We got rained out. A few weeks after that, we went back to Orlando again, got up to the line. The second I got up there, boom, and you see that one little drop and they're throwing your ass off the track, had to leave. And then torrential downpours came. We got rained out of that one. And then, Mike Oldham, he said, we are not going without testing. We're going to get this right. We got to make sure everything's good. And we set up 2 more testing sessions after that out in Orlando, and our flights were canceled on both occasions. So we did the best that we could to try to test before we got to Darlington. We did not want to show up there and do that. We did get a couple, good, starts to go, like out to the 60, just shut down, let's just see what happens. That's what I did. Whatever they tell me to do, that's what I do. And unfortunately, we had happen what happened. And I didn't stay in it either. You said I stayed in it, Jason. I didn't stay in it.
Hey, I only replied what somebody had said to me.
Yeah, no. I left off the line. And then all of a sudden, and like you said, 4 seconds, like it seems like, obviously it's like that. And everybody reacts differently within those 4 seconds, whatever you're doing. But I just heard it pop, like made that pop and let off, pulled over and sat there and waited for the ride of shame.
Right.
Down in the track.
So Mike I was going in conversation with Mike at the beginning of the week, and he said you guys were going to make Galad.
That may have. I mean, maybe things have changed. You know how this goes. I mean, maybe the guys are on it and they've got it ready, and maybe we will be there.
I'm gonna.
I just show up. I get there. I get in the car, right, Nicole? We just show up, hop in the car, and go, right?
No, listen. I've seen Nicole doing her own valves one day. I was like,
I know. Listen, I've
working on her own car. She's doing her own valve job. I'm like, holy shit.
We do all that too. Listen, I've pulled many transmissions, ripped motors out, changed converters in between. In between running. I know all about that too. I mean, there were times when it was just Tommy and I. That was it. That was our team. Fortunately, we have Mike, and he's got, like I said, he's got these, this great group of guys that are now helping us and moving forward. So
I stand corrected. I stand corrected. I read wrong. He did say both trucks in Virginia.
Okay. Yeah.
He said you heard a head gasket, nipped ahead, fell Pro LMS gasket between cylinders 3 and 5, which is common, and both trucks in Virginia. So is the other truck going to run Top Sportsman, or is it going to run in 632?
No, he's not running 632.
Okay.
Probably Top Sportsman. I got to talk to Mike and see where we're at with that. Yeah. That was an awesome little truck. A lot of power to that truck too. That's where I got my seat time.
Right.
Yeah. I was very thankful for that as well. The 632 crew just let me run that truck and get some seat time with that for quite some time until we got the other motor back.
So I got a question for Nicole. Maybe you can clear some air on some stuff. What is the big rule change difference between Milan and PDRA?
There's a couple things. So the weight actually is very close going from PDRA. We asked them to keep the weight the same. I think it might be 25 pounds different from PDRA to Milan's 36 jet. The biggest difference, and I've tried to fight for them to change this so that way PDRA cars can go to both, but the tire size. They have it limited to a 34.5, so a 36-inch tire can't race in it. I've tried to tell them if they want to put a penalty on it, just something, allow those cars to come over without having to change tires. They have yet to do that, but that's the biggest thing is the tire size. Weight-wise, you're going to come over there and pretty much weigh the same thing.
Okay. Because I get some phone calls and people like, why can't we race, the Milan, schedule, rules. And I'm just like, I'm not a rule maker. You know what I mean? We do a live stream. That's what we do. And
Sure.
you need to talk to people. And I'm like, no matter what we change the rules to, only a certain amount of people are going to show up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The other certain group of people, and that's just it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The other thing with Milan stuff, they allow a 44 jet and a multi-system, and then true unlimited. So the PDRA guys coming over, it's easy for them to come over and fit in, but the Milan group to pull them out and go to PDRA, most of them aren't single 36 because they, I'm not going to say it's easier to have more nitrous, but it does give you more.
Don't hide it. It's easier.
Yeah. They just have to, they don't have to worry about cutting as much weight on the car. Yeah, it's easier to go faster. I'm the only car that comes out, or there might be one other car that comes out there with a single 36.
Probably Doug.
Yeah, it would be Doug. Yep, he's the only other one, I'm pretty sure. So that is the problem with me trying to drag those guys over is they don't have their motor set up for it.
And a lot of people have learned that we've all learned in the last year or so, you have to have X compression, cylinder pressure, blah, 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 camshaft with a 36 to go as fast as we're going.
Oh, yeah.
And if you take that, in my opinion, and I'm not an engine builder, but in my opinion, if you take those combinations that are really fast on the single jet and you try to stick more in it, we're going to blow up.
Yes, you
It
will.
won't. It won't take it.
Yeah. No, it's so when some people wanted the 44 or 43 jet, and I'm like, yeah, no, that ain't gonna work for me. Because Daryl's already going, no. You know what I mean? We got to change pistons, and I'm like, really? We just bought those. You know what I mean? Can we put a
They're
big
just
gasket
NA
in?
cars, Jason. We're just
Huh?
NA cars with nitrous, a little bit of nitrous.
I get it. That's what it is at the end of the day. I mean, and what I do appreciate though is the people that do come over and they try it. They go, this is not as easy as everybody makes it look. And it's like, no, it's not. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of work. I thought I was in the clear. I mean, I went to tire test. I went down 3 hits in a row. I was good. 417s. I was like, we're good. Show up at the lot, break the transmission. Right? First hit in testing. I'm like, okay, what I got is not going to work. You know what I mean? It's not as easy as a Liberty as pick the case up and put some gears in it. And I'm like, what I got is not going to work. You know what I mean? And that just sucked for me. And then obviously, I'm going to say it. I ran over a brick in the middle of the goddamn road.
I could not believe that when I saw your in-car video. Oh my God, I would have been livid. I'm sure
I was
you
livid.
were. Yeah.
I was livid. I got a talking to before I lost all my patience. The guy that grounds me, he grounded me. So right now, like today, I think somebody, Billy Gibson hit me up. He goes, how's it going today, brother? He's always so happy and bubbly. And I'm like sending a picture of my front end and it's all black carbon and we're glassing it together. And I'm like, I'm not in a good mood today.
Yeah.
I'm just not, but it happens. You know what I mean? It's not like, I'll say it again. It's not any racer's fault. It's the track's fault.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But
So,
I mean,
Nicole,
yeah.
Going to the statement earlier, you want to make sure you have the power to compete, right? You want to be in the top half of the field no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was you running at the end of the year last year?
in the top.
Wait, what?
In the top half.
Well, yes. Okay, so
what was your best number last year?
It was a 14 with a 7. Or a 14.
So what you're saying 14. Now is a 14 with a 7. I'm going to pull up some numbers from this last qualifying.
Okay.
So you can see where you fit in. Number 1 was a 9, right? Or
yeah.
No?
Yeah.
12. 9 or 10. Yeah.
It was a 12, right?
Well, you're right. You're right. It was a 12.
Okay. During the eliminations, they ran a 9 or a 10, right?
We had 2 eliminations. JC went a 9, and Pittman went a 9.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just saying.
But I will say this: if anybody else on the screen watched Bros and Boosted, Jason Harris's program, they were talking about the rollout, the 60-foot, and the clocks, how far off they were.
Really?
So Jason was saying he usually runs a delay box in his car, and he usually runs 20 to 30 numbers in it, and 20 to 30, and he's usually a 20 or a 30, and he was going red.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And Steve said the same thing. He says, he goes, I usually run numbers in the box, and the numbers I run, he goes, I was going 00. So, and Jason also said the 60-foot, his car can't run an 870 60-foot. It's good for like a 920. And he was 60-foot and 870.
Yeah, okay.
So that number was skewed. And he said some of the top end numbers were the same way. So basically, I think we're going to find out come Galot where the class is at. You know what I mean? If we're in the same type of weather.
Yeah.
I think that, and you won't be so far behind as you think you are. At least not as far as me and Tara are right now.
Hey, I don't even have a car that's running, so I'm the farthest from this conversation. But if you would have run your best number, what you ran at the end of the year, you would have qualified number 2.
That is a hard argument. It is. No, I do see what you're saying. So here's where my motors are at right now. I did tear down one of them. We just got one of the blocks. So we have two motors, not including Kyle's car, or the Cavalier. One of the motors is completely tore down. I just got the block back. So I could probably throw it together in a week and a half or so, just typical for us because we are used to thrashing. But the other motor, I took to World Cup. We tore it down rehoned it, set it up for my spare for World Cup, put more nitrous at it, took less compression out, all that. So I have to rebuild that one. So I guess it came down to a lot of time that we did not have to be able to get ready for this race, and then to be able to go testing and make sure everything is back to the way it was from the World Cup setup. That was a lot of it.
Well, you got to quit playing with the dog so much in the backyard and taking videos.
You know,
more.
Yeah, I feel like
Priorities.
everyone kept telling me they're like, don't you remember a puppy is probably as much maintenance, not maintenance, but work as a child?
It's maintenance.
Yeah,
Did you see the little devil I got? It walks on 2 legs. You didn't see that video?
No, I didn't.
It's comical.
Really?
I'm going to get
Oh,
off
in the
subject.
background, somebody's
We're supposed to
watching
be talking
me.
about drag racing, but this little rat, right? I call her Mexican Malinois, right? They don't make one, but she is one. I hear the scratching noise. I think it's the bird. It's not. I get up, I look, and she's hanging off the trash barrel trying to get to the chicken I just threw in there. So I get my phone and I take a video of it. Well, this gets better. She gets down, she looks at me, and then I go sit back down, and I can hear her again. And I get up, and she's digging, and she's on her back legs, and all of a sudden she looks over, and she looks right at me, and she's like, "Oh shit, busted!" And she walks backwards on 2 legs, stands there, and she's just looking at me, and she's like, "What am I supposed to do?" Right, type of thing, right? And she just and it's amazing. She's probably standing up like, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds on her back legs. Today we just caught her running on her back legs across the kitchen. But down here, what do we call those things? Jesus lizards? The ones that run across the water?
I don't know what's going on in your house, Jason.
No. Matt has them over by his house, and they're called Jesus lizards, and they run across the water on 2 legs.
They make that little waddle thingy. They run.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
God.
So Josh Wall said Tyler Crockett could be your guy for a machine shop. I didn't even think about Tyler. He does a lot of boat stuff. So Tara, you're just about ready to go back together also, right?
Yeah.
You 2 girls will be showing up hopefully soon, sooner than later. Hopefully, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just going down our list of stuff that you said you wanted to talk about. And so far we said who's coming to Benson, Galat, or whatever we're going to call the racetrack now. The only one on this call is Jason. So have fun with that, Jason.
What am I having fun with?
The racetrack. Just make sure you're safe in the left lane, like I told you earlier. Be careful on the bumps.
So Bobby Bladen's going to make it back. He found his problem. He'll make it back. I had Tara counted in on with us because I misread. So Carson's supposed to be back together. They got to. I talked to Chris, and he says they're working on it, and he should be there. He had a Canberra walkout on his. So everybody should be there that wasn't there before, except for Tara. Right.
So 13 cars.
13 cars. We got 3 cars left in the race left over from Darlington, which is Jeff Melnick, JC Beatty, and Jeff Pittman. Pittman has the bye into the first round, and it's JC Beatty against 2 Greenbrier cars. So I talked to him. He was testing some stuff this week. Actually, they were already loading the stuff up to go test and then head down. So if he can get by Melnick, he gets by 1 Greenbrier car, and he's got to get another one. Problem is everybody's going to be set up for, you're going to get 1 hit at the track. That's all you're going to get, and then go from there. So that's going to be a good watch, I would think, to see how that works out. You know what I mean? I would say out of the 3 cars, JC is probably better than the other 2 getting off the trailer and down the track. Melnick probably has the most data out of the 3 cars, so maybe he can throw something in there and get down. And obviously Jeff has limited data because he just started racing that deal last year. And
So
I'll tell you, the Chevrolets were kicking the crap out of that Ford last week, or the week before. Which I thought is pretty good. You know what I mean? That somebody's finally figured out how to get around Jeff. So if it's JC, it's JC.
So just looking at, I pulled this up so we can all just look at it for a second. So we got, as you said, JC and Melnick, and Pittman gets to go to the final round.
Yeah.
So we know he's going to use that first round qualifying elimination round as his test bed to see how fast he can go, period. And of course, you have a racing / qualifying event for Jason and Melnick. So, ladies, between Jason and Melnick, which one do you think is going to go to the final? And why? How about that?
Oh.
We can't go there. You're going to make us go there right now?
Hey.
Yeah. You're on the spot.
We should have been able to converse about this before.
Then that wouldn't be any fun.
No.
I don't know.
Back to the weather with Tara. You going to pick? It's a 50-50 shot.
You can't get it wrong. Well,
I have a hard time.
You want my pick?
Well, sure.
We'll go with Jason.
I'll go with JC Beatty.
I'll just say Melnick. How about that?
Over Melnick. You're gonna go Melnick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Because you put me on the spot, and that's just what I said.
I'm going with JC.
I was not even saying anything.
He went 09. He had several good runs at the last race. He's got a really good tuner. I mean, they both have good tuners. Both teams have a good tuner. But I think he's finally got a handle on it. And, I mean, he's got a really good car. And he's been putting a lot of time in testing. That's why I'm picking Beatty.
So, well, when Nicole try to figure out who she's going to pick, I'm going with JC for the reasons being I don't want a repeat champion. I need somebody else to start the season off in the top. JC has, constantly on the last race, every test pass, I don't think anything was aborted. He went A to B every pass and was fast every pass. He qualified number 1. He went a 409 first in a hotter, or was a cooler day? I don't part of the day where Pittman went the second round, a 409 with only 0.02 mile an hour difference. So that's where I'm going at. I think JC is going to be ready and he's hungry for it. So if he doesn't do anything stupid on the starting line, I think he has the best chance of winning.
This one's tough for me. So
yeah, because they're both, you got 2 customers there.
As I say, yeah, I have to go with Melnick because yes, I'm biased because of the trans, but I do know Beatty's got it in him as far as testing. They're very smart. He's very good on lights, but also the same thing with Melnick, and they have so much information behind that motor. I feel like it's going to be a really good race. But yes, I have to go with Jeff.
The thing that helps Melnick also is because he races that Top Sportsman car, right? So he's got, and they're pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, somewhat, right? So he's got an idea what the track's going to take, what it's not going to take. Whether he relates that back or not, I don't know, but I would think he would.
Yeah.
As much as he says, I just get it and drive, I have no say. I think he does relate back a little bit of information if he can.
Yeah.
It'd be a smart thing to do.
Right.
And then, that now you got 3 cars in that class that belong to Greenbrier. I think they had a temperate drive.
That's an advantage for sure, especially seeing they're all fast cars, similar in nature to each of them, different engine combinations, but power is power.
Right. Billy Gibson will make his debut with his son Cameron driving next week. They just got their motors ready for pickup, so they're probably just going to shoot for the best and put it in and show up and test. They're like everybody else. Other than that, I don't know if any other cars that are coming out in 632. There was Chrysler guys coming. I don't think they're going to make it. Andy Spurback is still a little bit far behind for getting his car fixed and done. But I think the other guy showing up with the other Mustang, Tim McGarry. He was in Galat, and he got super excited to the point where I think he wanted to go home right then and there and go work on his car because it was kind of like giving him the itch. Probably like Tara has when she shows up without a car all the time, and she's like, "Tom, I just want to drive." Right? Can we just drive? I just want to drive.
She went from a person who didn't want nothing to do with racing to,
right?
It's like crack. You give it to them, you got to have it. The question to Brian is, hey, Brian, are you going to be racing this next race?
Brian is racing. He is sitting in Tyler Berry's car.
He's still sitting in the Camaro?
Yep. So Billy just said the truck just left, headed to pick up the Bullet tomorrow. So
that's awesome.
Billy, how is the mouse treating you today, Billy? No one ever told me I'm going to see the mouse. I'm like, the mouse. We live here. We don't think about the mouse. Tara, you got anything you want to ask?
I did not come prepared with questions myself.
No, you never know.
No.
Do you think the truck has an advantage or disadvantage in the class?
I mean, of course, I want to say an advantage. I mean, it's got a long wheelbase. We chose, no one else is running a truck. We have the only truck. Our one thing we always say is anybody can make a car go fast. Get a truck out there and make it go fast. And that's what our mission is to do. That's what we're going to try to do. So,
right.
Yeah.
Nicole, you got anything?
No, just hope I see you guys sooner than later.
You think?
I know. I like left last year and I'm like, I wasn't satisfied. I wanted to just keep doing better. And we ended decent. We ended with a personal best and everything. And but I still I wasn't satisfied with how we ended the season. And so I was prepared to come out and just keep pushing forward with everything that we learned now that we had some time to actually tear stuff down and work on it. And then nothing has really evolved. I mean, we have stuff in process in the background. We came up with something with our cam and a couple things, some stuff with hones and rings and all that, but it's not together and tested yet, obviously. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Hopefully I see you guys soon.
Troy Russell said better late than never.
Yeah, I like that. Tell Troy to give Dad a call. Push him a little bit.
Well, you just told him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm not good at that.
We'll see if he replies to that.
Right. Yeah.
You got anything there, Mr. Patterson?
Hey, I'm with you, Nicole. I wish I was on the racetrack already. I should have been on the racetrack last year, testing before we even came here. Or got here. So hopefully I'll get to the last 3 races of the year, depending on how everything works out. So, but all I got to say is thank y'all, ladies, for joining us tonight. I just want to make sure everyone knows racing isn't just a guy's thing. There's women out there racing, wrenching, designing, developing, all kinds of crazy things out there for racing. So it's an everybody sport, not a singularity in it. So thank you very much for joining us this evening. And till next week, we figure out someone else to talk to and another conversation. Jason?
I just wish we could get Lexi Tanner on with us. She's just been super busy with school, and hopefully she makes it back out soon to race.
Yeah, I hope so.
That's a good fast car in a class. You know what I mean? And she's a great driver.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. She did the same. She started high in the numbers and just took it slow. When kept dropping down. Every race we went to was just getting better and faster. Yep. That's what we were trying to do.
Education's important, but racing's even more important than her.
Education.
I seen that shirt. I love it. I want to get it. Right, I got that other shirt that says "My therapist quit on me." It's perfect. Fits
Well,
me
at
good.
least if we don't get out there with the truck, we have Taylor. Taylor's doing the junior, so
How much longer is she in juniors for?
well, she's going to be 17, so she's out. I mean, she's going to be out. She can move up soon. Yeah.
So when's she going to start driving a truck?
Possibly. Yeah.
You're going to need a bigger hauler.
What's that?
You're going to need a bigger hauler.
We'd have room. We can do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because we got Mike now. You know, Mike meets us at the races, and he's going to help us with the little truck. We have the big truck, and then we can, whatever she's going to decide to do at that point, we'll be able to get it in there.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I got. You want to close out, Patrick?
Yep. Hey, thank you once again. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to Mark Williams Enterprise for sponsoring the Pdra Pro 632 class, and to Procom Ely for supporting the Pro 632 radio show. Thank you very much, and y'all have a great time.
Yeah, thank you.
See you next week. Bye-bye.